When my mom visits here, she enjoys gardening, so she's 82, rather than having her physically garden, we will go out sometimes and get some plants or trees. Until Tan Mukito told me we've gotten enough, don't get any more. So some of the trees that are planted here, they're, I know, that's something my mom planted, and there's very wholesome feelings, but also there's attachment sometimes. And so I can see often that there's an unwholesome attachment when I want things to stay the same, and so often there's very good intentions with people wanting to offer the different plants in our garden to the shrine, and it's a nice intention, but it doesn't warm my heart very much. Because for me in Tanrukita, we often, or the way I think about it, is that's the monk's offering as the garden to the monastery and to the Triple Gem as well. So when I noticed that with this kind intention of offering for Lumpor's birthday, there was some olive branches that were cut and put into some of the offerings. I then saw, it's that olive tree that there was a desire Tanukito and I had to grow in front of the kitchen, but what was done, and unfortunately with how it was cut, it was called deadheading. So it was the main branches were cut right at the center. So the tree has a difficulty then continuing those branches on. And so I was talking to Nan and Jad, and then Noon eventually got involved with her artistic skill just to make a very small sign that's asking for people not to cut plant. We just thought we'd leave it pretty broad and just say, please do not cut the plants or the plant. I was working with Josh yesterday, who's building the outdoor shrine for the green Buddha Rupa, and he asked me about the cracks in the concrete and what's been going on. I said, there's not much, because he did all of this concrete work around the monastery, and so we're walking around and looking at some of the cracks that have formed, and I said, they seem pretty minor. And he said, right, ice cream melts and concrete cracks. So that's words of wisdom from a concrete builder. You grow a garden, people are going to cut it. That's just an inevitability. You grow plants are cut. So if we try to really look at our own attachments and our desire for things not changing, then we see that there's no way we can really, in a wholesome way, hold on to this desire. That we see it's really something that is causing problems with our view of reality, our view of our experience, because everything is changing. There's nothing we can hold on to in our bodies as unchanging, in our health as unchanging. And no matter how often we can try to bring this up, the tendency is to not want to believe it. So we chanted the 10 reflections by one who has gone forth this morning, and how many times were those reflections about things that are inevitably changing and how we need to put effort into our practice so we can understand that. It's such a simple thing, but just just the desire for something like, oh, I don't want there to be changes in the world that are unpleasant. And then there comes suffering. So just to continue to work on this reflection over and over again, all that is mine, beloved and pleasing, will become otherwise, will become separated from me. Whether that's plants or concrete or ice cream, or losing those who are dear to us, or just our bodies changing in a way that we don't necessarily want them to. We bring that in, and then we allow that to become a reality for us, so then when we see change, we don't have to suffer around it, and we recognize, right, this is what the Buddha is teaching us.